City bitch, 10, 10, 10, 20s on your titties, bitch. 100 deep, VIP, no guest list. TT Raw, you don't know who you fucking with. Got my other bitch, fucking with my other bitch. Fucking all night, we ain't sell a bit. Say I'm too dope, I ain't selling it. But I'm fresh in the motherfucking peppermint. The gold letterman's last king killing shit. Young money, yeah, we getting rich. Got your grandma on my dick.
While it is true that everybody loves chips, I just don't. I don't know if they enjoy the ASMR sounds.
Noted best podcast snack to have while podcasting: chips.
Chips. It's very good to lean directly into the microphone and crunch.
Crunchy potato chips. When the little beans go in the creamy ranch dip.
This is how the people want to hear us start talking about the
friends, haters, cultivators.
Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses. The only chip-crunching, lesbian-hosted podcast about magic and ancestral master. I'm Roy, also known as Bong Joon-ho's Skull Piercer 2013.
God. And I'm Fallon, also known as... as my nickname, I just wrote a little angry guy sticking his tongue out.
Just a funny little guy.
I tried to vocalize that as best I could, because that was the really standout moment of this episode for me. We are actually talking about...
It's time to talk about...
the first episode of the third season of podcast favorite.
The donghua.
favorite of the lesbians who run this podcast that we're rabid about. It's the donghua.
That we're rabbit about.
Hey,
that's me.
Got him.
Episode 24, also known as Season 3, Episode 1. It's called Ye City. You know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Okay, so this premiered last week. It's Saturday, August 14th when we're recording this. It premiered our time, midnight, on August 7th. And...
I passed out at 11:30.
So I did a little thing. I treated myself to a bit of capitalism, and I signed up for the $3.99 VIP membership on the WeTV app, which I was surprised you could get in the United States, but you can. So I got to watch not only episode 1 of season 3, but episode 2 of season 3 that very night. And I was very sleepy at work the next day because I had to get up and go in. I had to be in at work at 8:10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Last night, I got to watch episode 3. So, and it's been a few days since I watched episode 1. I did watch it like 6 times. Because it's good. But I've already forgotten everything that happened. So, my brain is like a little bit ahead of schedule. But it is what it is. Listen, this week was bad for us.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. But we're going to talk about this episode. A return to form. It's time to talk about the donghua. It's good. So, first, before the episode actually starts, we get an adult supervision advisory. Which is good. And then we get a recap of the most vital shit of seasons 1 and 2. The POG compilation.
The crucial moments.
They show like a little clip of Wei Wuxian taking the evil nails out of Wending's head. And they call the zombie brain hurting nails skull piercers, which kind of fucks.
I love that though.
That's what they do. They be piercing skulls.
They pierce a skull.
They pierce at a skull. They don't pay it a taxes. And then we get the new OP, which is called As Such, and it's gay, and I'm doing the crying nene about it.
It's too beautiful.
It's really good.
It's beautiful. Like, they're going all out for the final season as far as, like, the cinematography and the homosexuality goes.
Definitely the homosexuality.
Also,
definitely the cinnamon topography.
Yeah. I just love how it has to include Wangy, hitting the bottle nasty style.
He does! He does a big smile and he drinks a big booze. I'm a big man, and I need a big drinky.
He slams in the back of his Dragula to me.
He does slam in the back of his Dragula, actually. So we get the good intro. Some highlights include Wangy.
Wangy, yes, just Wangy in general.
Just Wangy in general.
I wanna talk about the very last little thingy that we get, where it's just Wei just slinging his arm around Wangy's waist and giving him a hug as they walk.
He gives him a Christian side hug.
Barnacle boy.
Little monkey boy.
He's a monkey boy. Monk.
It's good. A little Spidey monkey.
God, it's so good.
It has some lyrics, like, explicitly referring to love, and I'm smiling, so...
Yes.
So then the actual episode starts, and Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji are walking through a spooky horror canyon, and Wei Wuxian says the vibes are rank.
God, these vibes are rancid!
Which, okay, to be fair... I don't expect the vibes to be good very often in this line of work of cultivation, but by the same token, I don't expect the vibes to ever be good in this line of work. So, like, the fact that he's like, oh wow, this is bad, is like, yeah, dude, did you think you were gonna step in there and just start going, like, amber is the color of this place's energy? I don't know what...
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, there are a lot of crows around. That's a lot of carrion birds. So it's either the vibes that are rancid, or they're about to be investigating another murder.
Oh, so, God, fuck you. A murder of crows. A murderer. So then Wei Wuxian says, oh, the vibes are rank. Let me be annoying now. And he asks Wangy how he knew he was him.
Wangy's just like, think for yourself.
Yeah, he gets very bratty about it when Wangy won't tell him.
God.
And Wangji does a smirk. And then Wei Wuxian fucking says, let me troll you. He's like, can't you just fall for it one time?
Why won't you let me get your ass? Come on, man, throw me a bone.
Oh, he'll throw him a damn bone.
Listen. That's exactly it, is the thing.
So then they look around and they see sword marks left in a rock wall, and so Wei Wuxian has to do some flute magic about it.
Yeah. He's just like, I just love how he's like, well, things are getting progressively uglier and worse. We must be close to Yi City.
Yeah.
Like, me too. Me too, dude.
Yeah, me too. So,
to be fair, though, these next 3 episodes, beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Oh, they're beautiful. I really don't want to talk about
all I'll say is
how I feel about the choices that they made with Sheyong and making him beautiful.
They put him in, like, a virgin killer fucking titty sweater. It's upsetting. We will get to his ass.
I'm sorry. This is ostensibly an 18+ podcast, so I'm gonna say it. That's a horny boy.
I
can't control it.
Instead of jerking their shit, they designed him.
It's just like fucking like masturbation.
They
took every knife boy on the planet and went, what if we made him unbearably sexy to everyone?
What if
we just made him the stupid, sexy Flanderiest fucking anti-Flanders, actually.
The stupid, sexy Flanders of murderers. They fucking...
Why?
The, like, lead character design director said, here's what I'm thinking. I want that twink obliterated.
It's not fair to my dick!
They committed crimes against everybody's dick. It's unbelievable.
Fuck.
We will get to his ass.
God
literally and figuratively, we will get to his ass. But we're still in the scary canyon on the way to Yi City, and
Yes.
so Wei Wuxian does his magic, and he makes like a little path to the scary rock that says Yi City on it. And then next thing you know, guess where we are? We're in Yi City, and I really like how they did it.
Yeah.
It looks it's exactly the way I pictured it, but it's got like even more details that I wouldn't have thought of.
And the off-key operatic howling in Yi
Yeah.
City's background really brings it all together.
Oh yeah, it's super, it's foggy, it looks like shit, there's
Somebody's
just stuff
going,
everywhere.
In the background, like, what the fuck? Okay.
There's like pieces of joss paper floating around, which one of our followers, let me pull this up because I want to give credit where credit is due, because last time I was talking about the that's my horny blog, that's not the one I want to read from. Me.
I wanted to point her out to you because her eyes
being
were all
really
closed.
fat.
She was so comfy.
She's really fat.
And I didn't want to wake her up. She's a little baby. She's so cute. She's on
perfect.
the tree across from us, and I cannot stop looking at her.
You gotta look.
It's my boofo.
Mimi.
Hi.
Little monorail car Mimi.
Hi.
Anyway, so I do want to. So last time we were talking about the little icons in the official release calendar, and I said I don't know what these things are. These little doodads,
The little guys?
because I'm white. And follower of the show Rachel at AOF Ratch says, regarding the medallion thing on the calendar y'all mentioned at the beginning, I think that's joss paper. We burn them as offerings to our deceased ancestors, usually at a funeral, at a grave, or during Ghost Month when ghosts supposedly freely roam the living world. So exactly, spot on.
Cool.
Fuck yes, thank you.
Love that. Thank you very much.
Yes, finally, somebody who's good at Chinese culture. My podcast is no longer dying. But it's just, there's just these pieces of joss paper floating around, and it's like it's raining.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, it's all like beat up, so it kind of looks like it's just been floating around in the air for the last 10 years or whatever.
Or 11.
Yeah, since it was abandoned, it's really good.
It's really fucking cool.
There's a sign that says libation on it.
I love that.
It makes me want to go to Public House,
Yes.
is the thing.
Public House, a local American cheatsy pub.
Yeah, local gastropub.
Local gastropub, Public House.
I miss the way you used to make your duck fat fries, but whatever.
God.
So Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji are walking around. They're taking in the vibes, which are bad, and they get attacked by an umbrella thrown by a mystery person.
And Wangy must protect, even if it's just against an old parasol.
Oh yeah, we see this mystery person wearing some white robes hiding behind a structure. Wangy does his thing, and then we go into 2 hours ago flashback mode. We're in Shudong, which, thank you to my iPad, corrected it to Shiding.
Shinding.
You're Shudong and Farding?
And it's our first badly integrated CGI experience. Only 5 minutes in. They really know how to get us going, bro. They know what the people need. The people need shittily integrated CGI.
We do, though. So, Wei Wuxian, okay, so there's like a pan over of the city and like, just kind of city vibes, hashtag city vibes. And then it goes to Wei Wuxian squatting on the ground out in the open, playing with his friend the zombie arm.
He's chilling. He's just toying with old anchor arm like he's stirring a pot of congee. Why?
He's poking it and pushing it around with his flute.
He's
like,
fucking stirring it with the flute. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
He's like, come on, wake up. Because it's not doing anything. Come on, he wants to play patty cake with it. So it's just in the middle of the damn city. They're like under a tree, but it's very much just in a public area. And this shit made me lose my mind. I hate weighing. So he and Wangy are like, oh, something's keeping the arm from working. And then Wangy get bird mail.
Wangy get bird mail. Originally, I just thought it was him just summoning a beautiful dove with his presence.
Him being a Disney princess.
Him being a Disney princess. But no, it's actually a coordinated bird mail from his brother.
Coordinated bird mail.
And we get a little flashback of...
Well, he does a smile first, and then we get a little flashback.
Little grin.
Yeah.
He does a smile. He said that they've figured out the old Sword Mountain, Sword Castle, human body, Nie thing.
Yeah, Shi-Chen in this little letter says, yeah, we dealt with the man-eating castle shit, and we get a little cutaway of Shi-Chen and Miss Huda Beauty Faux Mink Lashes Jiggy
God!
flying off on their swords talking about some, boy, what a wacky adventure.
Yeah, and Huaisang just having the most perfect, pure vibes face.
This is so good.
As soon as they dip.
Jiggy's like, Huaisang's more capable than we give him credit for, which made me eyes emoji, but then we see Huaisang waving at them, and he turns around with that look on his face, and Sarah of Costumes pointed this out on Twitter, quote unquote, this is a bitch who's about to go back to his room and light up the biggest fucking blunt. Yeah. And Shi-Chen is like, look, we love Huaisang. We all know Huaisang is great. We all stand Huaisang. We believe in Huaisang's supremacy. What I'm worried about is the ninjas who came and did the grave robbing, and Jiggy makes Angie face, and then we go back to Wing and Wangy.
But here's the thing, they say that Huaisang will take care of it.
No, he won't!
No, he will! So long as it involves sipping a Mai Tai by the lakeside, he will get it done.
He will have his himbos get it done.
His little foot servants, big chunky, big honky man, go hup, 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 hup.
He'll send his hupping jocks out there.
He'll send his hupping jocks, that's right.
God.
Oh, and he'll a classic.
He'll send his jocks to hup out into the field and help out.
That's right. Hup. He'll just send his jocks. Tell me the Nie sect isn't all jocks.
They're all hupping jocks.
They're hupping jocks, bro.
There's saber practice and there's hup practice. So we go back to Wei and Lan Wangji, and they start walking off, and they just leave the arms sitting there on, like, a towel. like the AC is on, he has his water, he's listening to his favorite music. And Wangji says something about, they should try to find whatever sect is around here, and Wei Wuxian says, that's cringe, we had to talk to the regular folks.
He's, like, not trying to be condescending, but... is condescending.
Yeah.
Let me deal with, like, the talking to people thing.
Yeah, he's like, look, wait, listen. He's allowed to do that. Wangji is... We've been over how much I relate to Wangji on a deep level. Wangji absolutely needs Wei Wuxian to order from the drive-thru for him.
Yes, and to be fair, it's a great little representation of their relationship
so
and why they work so well together.
It is, and Wangji says, Wangy smile again about it.
Smile about it, because he knows that Wei Wuxian is much better than him at this, and that it's not any kind of detriment on him or his own myriad skills. Yeah. It's just a different set of skills that he does not possess.
Exactly.
And together, they are a perfectly completed, huge set of skills.
A single, perfect sphere.
That's right! The heart and mind divided.
The heart and mind divided in a single perfect sphere.
Listen to Rush.
So some guy is like coming up a staircase, and he has exactly the reaction to seeing a magic severed claw having zombie arm just vibing on the ground that I was wanting somebody to have, but kind of wasn't expecting to see. It's
and
so
then he's
good.
Like, and then he's like, oh no, you're too sexy to be evil.
Yeah, this guy flips his shit. He starts like, he's really scared at first, and Wei Wuxian's like, hey, have you seen anything weird? And he's like, you guys are the weird shit. Excuse me, but then Wei Wuxian is like, he like steps on his robe to keep him from running away. It's very Looney Tunes. Yeah. And Wei Ying has such big stupid baby eyes in this scene. I can't fucking stand him.
He's so gorgeous.
He's so gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
Why is he the gorgeous?
Why is he the most beautifulest the most beautifulest in the world?
Unbelievable.
The most beautifulest of the why?
Disgusting.
I just can't even form words when I look at his face. They put so much extra effort into making him so fucking beautiful this season.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Oh my god, and making everybody beautiful. They spent at least $5,000 extra on giving everybody eyelashes when they didn't have eyelashes before, and I'm not complaining about that.
Oh yeah, no, I will never complain. They gave Jiggy double eyelashes.
I have no problem with this.
God.
They gave him falsies on the top and on the bottom.
It's fucking ridiculous. So Wei Wuxian, or this guy calls them weird, and Wei Wuxian is like, we're too hot to be weird, and this dude agrees.
Yeah!
He says, you're too hot to be evil. Just fucking incredible. So Wei Wuxian takes an apple. This guy's like hauling baskets of apples around. And Wei Wuxian goes to take an apple like he's Bugs Bunny eating a carrot, and Wangy tries to pay, but the guy's like, no, you're Gucci.
Yeah.
And the Wangy Smile Count goes up to 3.
It does, because he's schmoozing with this guy.
It's so
and then
cute.
Wangy smiles, he does a little smile,
Wangy
and it makes me want to kick a fucking door down. It's my little buttercup.
Hey, Lil Apple shows up to kick some spiritual doors down. He's doing exactly what you do, because Lil Apple comes running in.
Yeah, she's fucking doing it.
And Wei Wuxian is like, "It me donkey!" And he holds his arms out to get a donkey hug. But Lil Apple doesn't give a shit. Lil Apple steals Apple
and
comedy.
keeps running.
Yeah.
But then
it's
fairy time.
Wei Wuxian says, "You heartless donkey."
You heartless donkey.
And then it's Fairy.
It's Fairy, and Wei Wuxian very scared, so of course, naturally, he goes and clings to Lan Wangji, and Lan Wangji, he grab, and then he pat.
He grab and he pat.
You must know that he grab and then he pat.
Number 1, he grab. Number 2, he pat.
He grabs Wei Wuxian's arm for extra stability.
And then he pat him hands.
And then he pat him hand.
He pat him hands.
While Wei Wuxian cling like spider monkey to his back. And I gotta tell you,
me had enough.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life.
A banana
next to a banana. A watermelon.
There's also a shot in this of somebody peeking over the roof.
God,
I don't know who this.
Be?
Who's to say?
Just a little secret friend.
Yeah, just a guy.
Just a guy.
There's
a funny little guy.
There's a pet stare down. Lil Apple and Fairy make animal noises at each other and do that.
And Wei Ying tries to play it cool after climbing off of
he's
like, there's no going back from that,
no.
bro.
No. Why
Not
would you want to
all.
go back? You got a little gay hand pat from Wangy.
Because he's still in the Nile.
He is in the Nile. So Wei Wuxian does brain math and he's like, "Oh, Fairy's here. That means my little boys are here. My perfect little baby boys are somewhere around here." And he starts looking around for me. Let's find the babies. And this fucking guy is still around and he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw some extremely good looking little boys a bit ago. Saw the cutest little boys you could ever imagine." And they came in from Liang, which for whatever reason is the new name of Yueyang for some reason.
They're just little guys.
They're just little guys. They're just little babies.
They're just little babies, the little squad.
The little squad. We get some information about cat trauma, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into details about it because it's bad, but basically there's a clue involving some dead cats that led the boys here. So Wangji remembers an incident. We get a shot of another guy looking over the roof. I don't know if this is still the same guy.
I'm sorry, I did not interject when it was appropriate, but my note for when the kids came in is "Sun boy incoming." Literally.
Sun boy.
Sun boy.
So Wangji remembers an incident, right? And so we get some Yi City lore, and it's just kind of the shit about oh yeah, Yi City is a place where they did funeral business and nobody comes from there anymore. It's all, who fucking cares about Yi City? Nobody be going to Yi City.
Yeah.
And then, hey, wouldn't you know it, we're in Yi City, and Wei Ying gets a brain owie, and Lan Wangji's like, "Are you okay?" And Wei Wuxian pulls his titties out. He's like,
"No, check it out, look. Yeah, I'm good now.
I don't have the curse mark from last time. Remember that?"
Doesn't he say it in a weirdly kind of seductive way?
He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine."
And he just shows them titties off.
He just pulls his titties out. Why the fuck not?
And Wangy is like, I really do it. I appreciate how the animators tried very, very hard to convey in every frame the tone of, "Okay, go ahead. I have already mentally hit record," in Wangji's stare when he looks at Wei Wuxian. It's pure fucking art.
It's a fucking Wei Wuxian after that. He tries to do this little sexy, "Yeah, I'm fine. Look at my sexy boobies." And then, Lan Wangji gives him no reaction, so Wei Ying is like, Lan, you've changed. And he smiles, and then he does a sweat drop. He can't troll this man anymore. He finally realizes it.
Yeah. I mean, sorry about it. He can't do it. He's not fun to tease anymore.
He's no fun anymore. This is why some people are internet trolls and some people aren't. And so then Wei Wuxian says the vibes are rancid, and then this is where Sunboy incoming.
The Sunboy incoming.
Jin Ling
Here he comes.
Up. Yep. He appears out of nowhere.
He sees Wei Wuxian, and he make the stink face.
Well, okay, so he comes just like literally blowing in on the wind.
Yeah.
And Lan Wangji saves him from breaking his ass. Wei Wuxian hands Jin Ling his sword. And
oh yeah, the sword. Because he touched the sword and Jin Ling is not feeling it.
Yeah, he's like, and he says, why are you always hanging around Han Guangzhun? And Wei Wuxian bees gay about it.
Yeah.
He's like, I like it. I just think he's neat.
And Jin Ling is like, oh,
ugh, ew,
you're a lunatic. No,
gross.
Absolutely not. Is this when he does the tungi?
Yeah, so he's being rude, and then Wei Wuxian is like, what's this attitude coming from? I thought you were happy to see me, and then that's when Jin Ling goes, and he sticks his tungi out.
Why would I be happy to see you?
You not my swing. I would never be happy to see you.
Why would I be happy to see my uncle who's crazy and rude?
I want to see you. You weird.
Yeah, producers said this season Jin Ling will be 4 years old only.
The first season he was 14. The second season he was 8. And this season, he is 4.
I'm glad that we're not getting a 4th season because I don't know if I could stand listening to him going gaga, goo, 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 all through the season. Because if they made another season, he would, logically following the pattern, be at least less than 1 year old. 0 years old.
I will listen to him say gagoo, though.
I would love to hear him say gagoo.
He did kind of say gagoo when he flew in, getting hurt by the wind.
Bit of a gagoo moment.
Bit of a gagoo. He takes after his widow uncle.
That's right.
This is Gagu. So he sticks his tongue out at Wei Wuxian, and Wei Wuxian does a big smile. Just this big shit-eating grin. And he's like, Jin Ling like says something about like he was doing strategic boy missions with the other juniors, I guess. And Wei Wuxian is like, oh, I didn't think you were that close or whatever. And Jin Ling is like, you're not my friends, baka!
It's just strategic little dude business.
We're just doing little boy stuff.
We're just being funny little guys. Go on, Mitchell.
He says, every day I wake up and there's a dead cat. He starts explaining his, like...
he could have just said, every day I wake up.
Yeah. Since that day, my life has not known peace.
Every day I wake up.
Every day I wake up. So he's talking about, like, what brought him here. And it's because every day he wakes up.
Yeah!
Wei Wuxian calls him a stubborn little boy. We get some, like, B-roll of Jin Ling and the Lan juniors doing detective stuff. They're being detective babies.
Detective babies.
They're looking around the house of the Chong sect, which we get lore about the Chongs now. Remember the Chongs from the novel?
Oh, do I ever.
So they changed this a little bit. Not in, like, any drastically plot-changing ways.
Yeah.
At this point, we'll see where it goes, but so... Everything is basically the same as it was in the novel. The Chongs were a sect around here. They got massacred, except for Chongping, who was the sect leader's son. He had been out at the moment. He was running some errands, and he came back. Yeah, and everything was all fucked up. Everybody was dead. So the change here is that he turned the house into a cemetery, which he didn't do in the novel. But when the boys, our little junior boys, went to the house turned to cemetery, all the bodies had been dug up and turned into zombies.
Oh no!
Whereas in the novel, what had happened was all the Chongs got Lingqi, which is famously the literal death by 1,000 cuts, if you know about all that.
So I don't think that they wanted to animate that.
I can understand.
I definitely get that. I also, maybe they just did it to make Sheyong seem extra evil.
Possibly.
For the desecrating graves thing.
That could be it. They're doing some stuff. They're doing like a lot more raising the dead stuff, which is interesting. Like, and I remember last season, they did some shit where like, what was it? They like found Jin Zishun's severed head or whatever. Yeah. And they had raised some other bodies, I think. So they're doing a lot more of this. I'm glad it's not just like, oh yeah, we're changing this for the sake of it. Like it's a repeated thing that they're doing something with. I don't know where they're going with it. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, but they did that. And also like, I feel like they're having to cut back on some of the violence.
Yeah.
Because like, they definitely didn't show Eraserhead baby Wen Xiao.
Yeah.
They changed that whole thing.
Holy fuck. No, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that there are some things that they just can't get past the censors, and I'm sure my assumption would be that they're probably going to focus a lot more on the tiger seal.
Yeah,
like
they already are
in like Endgame, and have that play a bigger part, because I don't think that they're going to be able to do the temple scene in the way that it was in the book without.
Absolutely not, yeah.
And so I think that they're probably, my best guess is that they're probably going to replace the confession with like some kind of final standoff with the tiger seal.
Yeah.
That's my assumption.
Yeah, that's my assumption. They definitely, they're doing a lot of shit with the Taigi amulet. They didn't, like, the Stygian tiger amulet is like not even that big of a deal in the novel.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's like a MacGuffin, but it's not like it's like it's secondary to all of the other shit. It's just like it's there to like move certain things forward, but not everything. Like what's really moving things forward are people's ambitions and people's reactions to shit. And it's just something that is there to like, I guess, push things along a little bit further.
Yeah, and it's not like MXTX, it's something that like has been forgotten in lieu of following other plot points. It's just something that doesn't really need to be made front and center, because there are other themes that MXTX is trying to get across other than look at this thing that causes a bunch of carnage.
Yeah.
Why not explore the people who want the thing instead of the thing itself?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And like they make a much bigger deal out of the Stygian tiger amulet and everything around it in like the Untamed. They already did that.
Yep.
And they're kind of doing it again because it's like it's a lot easier, I think, or not even necessarily easier. It's a lot.
It translates better to film.
Yeah.
To do stuff that's flashier instead of stuff that, you know, has more to do with like the inner workings of the human mind.
Not even that it's like flashier, but
or
that
more
it's
interpersonal shit.
Right, because like it's there's always an inherent difficulty translating a written work into any kind of visual medium because you can't translate internality into, you know, into film or TV. It's really hard to do that without there being like a really obnoxious narrator.
Oh, absolutely.
And like internal thoughts. It's hard to do interiority that way. And
I feel like that is a pretty integral part of MDCS.
Absolutely. And so, you know, in any novel, just about any novel, there'll be entire chapters that don't have any dialogue. Just kind of are centered around a character's thoughts. Yeah. And that's why like not to go to prestige television show Game of Thrones, but that's why so much of the Daenerys plot like kind of was weird and didn't work and didn't make her look very good, because in the novel all of her plots are like they're very interior. They're very just her reflecting on things, because she's in a position where, for most of it, she's in a position where she doesn't have a whole lot of agency.
She's just gotta stay in the mind palace.
Yeah, she's also like a young teenage child.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just her thinking about shit, and it's compelling in its own way, but it makes a shitty translation into TV.
Oh my god!
Because that's why you end up with her looking into the middle distance half the time.
And it's just like they write in the script, like, think really deep thoughts here.
Yeah, think deep thoughts.
Think about conquest, and we'll try and
think about being a girl boss.
And then we'll tell in post game. Fuck.
And Brooks and Eddie will tell in post game of Thrones.
What was the fucking after show that they did where they explained everything? And they were like, here's what we meant to do, and here's what we were trying to do, and here's what we're telling you, here's what we were trying to tell you and completely failed at. Like the way it was just like a round table.
Yeah, that shit.
Whatever, shit.
Yeah.
And then they get together and that post thing and tell you.
Can you imagine if they had one of these for this? Just
that'd
like
be nice.
The directors and the animators and like the voice actors sitting around.
I just want to hear what was going on, man. I would love to hear, their voices and their opinions.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Because apparently, I mean, we know that they're really big fans of the original novel and want to do, as much as they can to honor as much of the original novel as possible.
Yep.
And I just want to know what's up with them, man.
Yeah.
Tell
me what's good.
Tell me what's good.
Tell me what's good.
I want to hear them just shooting the shit about MDCS.
I think that's maybe why. I feel like that's a kind of a big part of why there's so much content of like the cast of the Untamed. I feel like that's not a not insignificant portion of why there's so much of that. Like I fell into not a huge rabbit hole, but like a brief, maybe half-hour rabbit hole of just watching videos. It's like Shuzo and Jin talking about his pets. And there's just so much shit. But it's like, that led me to other stuff. And then, talking about what it was like on set and like their relationships with the other actors and like, the difference between playing this character and like having whatever dynamic it is with the other characters on set and in character versus what it's like with them like in person, and then like how some things kind of cross over in a way, how like some things still kind of like get entangled that way. Like everybody calls Wangy Zhou Daga. Everybody calls him Daga still. Daga! But yeah, I mean, I don't know where I was going with this. There's just a lot of changes. Whatever. We're still talking about an episode, I guess.
We are.
We are. So, there's Chong zombies, is the point.
Chong bees?
Chong bees? And everybody's saying it was the Yiling Patriarch that did it, but no, Lan Wangji says absolutely not. He would never do this, my sweet precious boy.
Literally, he will take any opportunity possible to defend the Yiling Laos.
Oh yeah, he says it was Sheyang who did it, and I think this is another change, if I recall correctly, that Lan Wangji knows. Somehow it's just kind of like open, I guess, that Sheyang had some kind of grudge against the Chongs instead of that being like his big reveal.
His big reveal.
Okay.
I mean, God, it makes more sense that way because Sheyang doesn't really seem like the type of person to keep that too quiet.
This fool wants to talk about how bad his life is. He wants everybody to know why he's the Joker.
He's one of those dudes that he's like incel type shit where he's constantly posting about how shitty his life is. He's like, this isn't a pity party, I promise. I just want to talk about this. How unfair my life is.
Literally, do you want to know how I lost this pinky?
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's all I want to say. Whenever he opens his mouth, like, God, I am so fucking horny for it whenever that mouth is closed. But with the second he opened that mouth, what that mouth do, I don't want to know.
So Lan Wangji is giving this whole thing about like, so Sheyang, the delinquent of Kuizhou, this fucking asshole, everybody hates him. And he's like explaining his whole thing. He's like, yeah, he had a grudge against the Chongs. He's probably who did it. And there's like this shot of the Chongs' house on fire, and it's like there's green flames and everything. It's all necromancy, and everybody's massacred, and they're screaming. And the subtitles just say he had a dispute.
He had a dispute.
He had a dispute.
He fucking what was it? Jesus. They take down a dude. And have we already talked about the part where the Dizza is used as a melee weapon against a zombie?
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Sometimes, as it turns out, just for your information, a bamboo Dizza can be used as a melee weapon to just wallop a zombie. And they take this dude down, and they look at him, and he's like, for whatever reason, Wangy's like, oh yeah, he must be from around here, must be a local. He just like.
Are we here yet? I feel like we missed some stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Like we get a little bit more about Xiao Xingchen.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
that's sweet. Talk about horny for something. That's a beautiful angel.
He is gorgeous.
Why is he so gorgeous?
Why he gorgeous?
I don't even want to talk about Song Long yet.
Oh, we gonna get there. But
I don't want to talk about
it. Ray.
Yes,
I'm a bottom.
I know.
We'll get there. So,
yes.
Wei Wuxian, or Lan Wangji, like, reminds Wei Wuxian and us, the viewers, of who Xiao Xingchen is, and how, it's basically the same shit as was in the novel. Like, they found the Chang people's bodies with the frost sword mark on them, and so Wei Wuxian is like, oh, he hears all this shit about, like, oh, it was probably Xiao Xingchen, and he goes, oh dear.
Oh dear.
And then a mysterious figure flies by, and in the background there's like an ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah noise, like in fucking Morris Day in the Time Jungle Love.
God!
Like, just for like 1 second.
Monk.
That song slaps. So,
yeah. That's
what I'm fucking saying. So, Wangji grabs some Joss paper out of the air and he turns it into a shuriken and it rolls. And, this is, I think, where, like, something comes at them, but it turns out to be a doll. Wangji knocks it out of the sky, and Jin Ling goes over to it and he's poking it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Every time you say Joss, I can't help but think of, like, something, but it's denim. And boss, but it's denim. I can't help but thinking it's just fucking little pieces of denim.
My japer.
My Junfetti. My japer.
My entirely denim altar
I'm
to
sorry,
the dead.
Every time you say Joss.
My jolter.
My jandal.
My jost digestible. Paying respects to my jelders.
My Gerasol. My brain is fucking poisoned, bro.
He turns it into a juriken.
A japer man.
God. Oh my god. What if Wei Wuxian cut a little paper man himself out of a pair
of jeans? That was my forehead hitting the
test. My god. Oh.
I hate how fucking brain poisoned I am that shit is so funny to me.
Oh my god.
So funny, bro.
Oh my god.
My jutes.
My jutes.
Hitting the town in my jutes.
My jutes.
I really want a pair. I'm at the point in my life where I really need a pair of denim boots.
It's 2021. They can be stylish now.
I need to find a 20-year-old pair of denim boots because that's the only way I'm going to find a pair of denim boots. They're from 2001.
I'm Googling jutes.
You know who would wear jutes? Wei Wuxian.
Yeah. Best genus style shit.
You know who would wear jutes also, but not realize that they're jutes because Sheyong gave them to him?
Oh no!
Shawshank.
Oh my god.
These are a funny texture. What are they? They're just boots. They're just boots.
They're just funny boots.
They're just funny boots.
You look really good in them.
You look so good in them, Daojang. I think you should really wear them on the town. Oh my god!
They have a belt.
Pull up your jutes. Nobody wants to see your joxers.
Oh god.
Nobody wants to see your jocks.
Nobody wants.
Denim socks.
Oh my god. Nobody wants to see your jazz crack. Denim socks. Dude,
Sorry,
denim socks would be the
on.
worst fucking shit.
Did y'all see that Canada literally gave Team Canada like jean jackets for the Olympics? That is so embarrassing. They are so committed. They're so committed to that aesthetic.
Look, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect the Canadian tuxedo.
I will say, while we're off topic, I apologize if I get a little more rambly in this episode, because I got
Oh yeah, drink of the week.
Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week.
Click, click.
It's Washington State Syrah. It's by a winery called Radius. It's 2 years old, and it is the sweetest shit on earth. Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week. Drink of the week.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's 13.5%, so I'm suffering.
Oh my
and I don't
god.
I don't really have any vacuum sealer corks right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the whole bottle in my body tonight.
You're gonna die.
Are you sure?
You might. Are you sure?
My limit, I think, is 2 bottles of like a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is like 13.5 to 14.1% typically. Unless they put some shit in it, like Petite Sirah or whatever.
God. This is celebration for you getting some Adderall. You deserve it.
It's also 13. Hold on.
The genius is Adderall.
13.6%
Motherfucker.
alcohol. But I will make it through because I have to tell you. I loved this episode.
It was good.
Every moment. It was so beautiful.
We're so close to the best moment. So,
yes.
So Jin Ling, so Wangji fires up his juriken, and it kills a Jorp's doll. And Jin Ling is poking it, and he's like, oh, it's just a doll. And then he's poking an actual corpse.
Oops.
Yeah, and Wei Wuxian, corpse genius, comes over, and he knows it's a real dead man, and he knows it's an old corpse.
Because he finds a Sublime album and a receipt from a country nightclub in the corpse's pockets, and he goes, must be a local.
God! He's like, this dude wearing a puka shell necklace.
Oh shit, that guy's a local, bro.
So, he says that...
he's got the peace sign frog sticker on the back of his Toyota 4Runner. He's a local.
Oh my god. And he's like, yeah, this person was a local, this person was not a cultivator. And, then there's an evil guitar riff when we see the frost mark of Shuanghua.
The frost mark, eh?
The frost mark. And then there's more zombies.
There is more zombs, and this is the time when it does as it turns out, can become a melee weapon.
Yeah. Jin Ling immediately goes after the zombies because he's 14, and he immediately gets KO'd because he's 14.
Yeah, he's like, listen, he's a level 14 going up against like level 86.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
He's gonna try. He's gonna get a couple HP. He's gonna get a little bit of chip damage in, but it's not gonna do it.
Yeah, he uses fake out. But Wei Wuxian saves him by using his as melee weapon.
Yes.
And
he just slams that shit.
Yeah, his improvised weapon. He tries to do his flute necromancy to control these zombies and get them the fuck away, but he can't control them. Shocked Pika.
Shock Pika!
Shock Pika! And I love his fluting so much. I love how it sounds when he does his spooky fluting. Yeah! It's so like... It's so good. It's so
it really does. They do a great job of conveying what it would really sound like to summon the dead with a flute.
It's like eerie in this really chaotic way.
It's wonderful.
It rules. Like I've already drawn the comparison to the flute part in Cassandra Gemini by the Mars Volta. Listen to all 30 minutes of it.
Yes.
But like it legit is like that. It rules so fucking hard.
Cassandra Gemini whips.
It's so good.
Oh my god, you ever want to listen to a really good but completely incomprehensible concept album?
Francis the Mute.
Francis the Mute is for you, baby.
I'm saying.
Based off of like a notebook that he found in a park.
It was a journal that their dead band member found in a car that he repoed when he was working as a repo man.
Entirely in Spanish. Right?
I don't remember.
I think that's the other one. They wrote about the fucking, oh god. Not This Apparatus Must Be Unearthed. The other one on D-Loust.
Well, D-Loust was its own concept album.
Yeah, I know. That one was entirely in Spanish, wasn't it? And he could like barely understand it because he's like it's second language, but he doesn't
no. So
what's that? Because you're the Mars Volta genius.
Yeah,
and you were the one who told me all these damn stories.
I'll give you my Mars Volta lore.
Please, the Mars Volta lore. We need it.
D-Loust was not based on like any one singular piece of work. It was just based on the life story of a dead friend of theirs, and they wove a lot of Spanish into the narrative because that's what they do. And then Francis the Mute was, like I said, based on a journal that the one guy found when he was working as a repo man, and he like related to the narrative of it because it was like written by this guy who had been adopted and was like looking for his biological mom, I guess, or his biological parents. And the band member who had found it was also adopted. So, it was, that whole thing. But this, I could do a Mars Volta podcast. I honestly could. Someday I probably will.
Yes, I hope you do.
But yeah, anyway, this is a Mars Volta podcast now, actually. Mars Volta's hijacking it. But, so, whatever, he manages, I guess, Wei Wuxian manages to, like, incapacitate the zombies. I don't totally remember.
Yeah, I mean, he clubs them. Yeah. He clubs them with his flute.
As you do.
That's a pretty effective way to do it, I feel like.
He's like, I can't use this magic way, so I guess I'll just use it, corporeally. And then he says, sorry to whoever made these zombies, but I'm the goat.
And, this zombie work? Shit.
This zombie is cringe.
He's just like...
This necromancy is cringe.
It's fucking rule! He is Gordon Ramsay in the Hell's Kitchen of these corpses.
Making somebody put two severed zombie hands on either side of their face.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich. So the zombies, they managed to, like, get the zombies to a point where they can inspect them some, and they're missing their eyes, like regular, normal corpses. And
all of them are missing their eyes.
One of them has, like, his Chong sect ID badge on a lanyard.
God!
It turns out it's Chongping. Remember him? He did die eventually. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, he got there.
Yeah, he's there.
I mean, we all do.
And so it's time for Wangy to do inquiry.
It's time to get that goopy vibe check going. Those goopy vibes, baby.
He sends out perfect. Yeah, he sends out perfect cell.
Inquiry is goopy as fuck.
It's goopy. And so he does inquiry, and we go into the ghost of Chongping's mind palace.
God.
And we're in the Koi Tower, and we see Jiggis up on his up in his Jiggis throne.
And we get Dogapog. Dogapog!
Not quite yet.
Dogapog!
I am saving it. I am
Dogga hype! Show Dogga!
We'll get to the damn Dogga hype. Believe me.
Dogapog! Dogga hype! Show Dogga!
So, we're in the Koi Tower. Jiggis is up there.
Show Dogga.
Xiaoxing Chen and Songlan are there, and they have Shuiyang, like, tied up on the ground. Pog, and there's Chongping is there, and then there's like just some random Jin guys, and Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji, like their ghost forms or whatever, or their genius brain forms, or they're watching. And
they're shimmering.
Ever
and they're
so watching
slightly.
They're watching this, and Wei Wuxian looks at Xiaoxing Chen and says, "Wow, my uncle is based." And he sees Songlan next to him, and he's like, "Who's that? I need to know so I can tell the audience." And we find out that that's Songlan and who.
He's a pretty spicy one.
I was ready. I looked at this and I said, damn, I really do be a bottom. And that's not even the worst of this scene. That's not even the depths we're not there quite
There's
yet.
two real spicy tops in this scene.
So Xiao Xingqian does most of the talking because Songlan doesn't like to do that, I guess. Xiao Xingqian is...
He's a strong silent type.
Yeah, he's there for backup. So Xiao Xingqian is there, they're giving their expert testimony, but they're also being prosecutors, which I think is contempt of court or something. Xiao Xingqian is like, weird how it's Chuanzheng year 29 and there's all these rumors about the Jin sect having half the Stygian Taigi amulet when we try to apprehend the guy who can probably restore it, the Jin sect is like, he's probably fine. Normal cultivation world.
Normal world.
So this is another minor change. I guess everybody, like, knows, or, like, I guess there's just rumors that the Jin sect is trying to, restore the Stygian Taigi amulet, or that, like, rumors that, Shiyang can do it, which I think was, like, really kept under wraps in the novel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So Jiggis stands up and accuses Xiao Xingqian of trying to cancel him.
Cancel culture has gone too far.
That's literally what he fucking sounds like. I hate it.
God, I mean, Jesus. Generation in and generation out, that shit is the same.
It is.
It's the same. They gain no new talking points. They gain no new perspectives, no matter whether it's fictional vampire times China or 2021 America or other.
Boomers be like that.
Boomers be like that, dude.
But then...
Roy.
But then...
Dogapog!
My pussy pog.
I know, I can't, I know I'll never be him!
My fucking pussy pog, I can't help it!
I'll never be him, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm toxic.
I know I'll never be him, except for the one time that I was him. The reason I cosplayed as Nie Mingjue, to get my fiancé to love me again. Everything changed when Nie Mingjue came into our life.
Can you blame me?
No, I can't. And that's the thing that keeps me up at night. Is I can't blame you. I know I can't be him.
My pussy pog.
I know your pussy pog.
My pussy pog.
I know. Okay, that's enough of that.
We hear this big, deep, fucking Chad-ass voice.
She's sitting here, like, so fucking disheveled.
I can't live like this. We hear this voice go, oh, okay, sect leader Jin. You want to act funny? Then allow me to act hilarious.
Allow me to act hilarious.
They gave me Daga in episode 1 of this season.
They certainly did, bitch.
He's here, and he is so big.
He's so fucking large.
He's so big.
And they even gave him eyelashes.
He's so big. Christ. Oh my god.
He is just so big.
I'm eating so good in the damn neighborhood. He came out and my brain turned into an arm and pointed at the screen and just, like, Eric Estrada voice.
There he is.
It expanded out of your forehead, like, busted out like an alien baby.
Yeah.
There he is.
Which I'm probably gonna edit in. Oh my fucking god.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
And one thing that's really funny to me is, like, okay, so we know what's going on in this memory thing because we read the novel, right?
Yeah.
So we know that, like, what's happening in this moment in time is that there were, like, a bunch of important sect people here witnessing this. But, like, if you haven't read the novel, and probably also if you're coming to this from the Untamed, it looks like NMJ is just, like, here. Like, it's
just vibing.
It's like a couple of Jin guys and the criminal and the citizen patrol members who arrested him, and then sect leader Neo walks up and Jiggis is, like, surprised.
There he is.
He can just be here. He just appears. So, God, so basically, NMJ is like, are you really just gonna let this fool walk around and be alive? You're just gonna let him live? Okay, well, if you can't execute him, I'll do it. Move.
And he said, yeah.
He said, aight. And so he fucking picks up Basha. He's about to slice Shuyang's head off. And he gets just a little slicey bit. Just a little,
one bad gloop.
One bad gloop. But then we hear...
One blood gloop.
And then we hear Mingjue go, Daga! And it's the first Daga that we get of the series. Daga! The first Daga of the series.
Oh,
and
talk about some fucking Daga Pog. Talk about some Daga Pog. Daga hype. Beautiful.
So, oh god. So, the reflex when he hears Yao Mei calling his name, oh bitch. So, my pussy stays pogging. So Mingjue comes up and he's so fucking small. He's so fucking small and he's got...
So small.
He's so beautiful with his big eyelashes. He's so tiny. And he grabs NMJ and he's like, wait, no, hear my terrible dad out, please, which is fatherless behavior. And Nie Mingjue shoves him away and he's so fucking big and Yao Mei is so small.
He's so little!
He shoves him away. He goes, get away from me. Get away from me. He's so fucking big. He's so big.
Choo-choo. That's the voice that we use for fucking
Jin Ling. That's what he sounds like to us. He's not even here, but it's just the reaction we use when we're displeased about something. Be a woo. But, so whatever, Jiggis is like, okay, take him to the dungeons, whatever, I'm fucking done with this. And this is where, like, the Jane guys pick Shuyang up, and he leans into Xiaoxing Chen's ear and he says, fuck the world, my final message. He's like, I hope you remember me. Or no, he's like, you better not forget me, Daozhang. I hate this bitch.
We'll meet again, so...
Fuck. I hate this bitch. So then the memory scene cuts to Changping being extremely murdered, and then it ends. And Lan Wangji, the goat, is the judgment genius.
The goat.
Wei Wuxian is like, wow, so what do you think about that, Wangy? And he says, I will not form an opinion until I know the whole story, because he's the best.
He's that boy.
He's the only man. And the Wangy Smile Count goes up to 5 at this point? 6? Something like that. He does another smile.
I love to see that smile. It's like with every concurrent conversation Lan Zhan has with Wei Ying, you can see him just thinking more and more about an autumn wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
He's thonking.
He's not even hiding the grins now.
He's not.
He just
it's so
do
good.
it.
So they're like, I guess, discussing it. Wei Wuxian calls Xiaoxing Chen shushu, which I love. That's my shishu. And that's my shishu. That's my shishu. And all the Chang guys' souls are damaged, which is a whole thing. They're kind of like just talking.
Me too, bro.
Yeah,
that happened to my buddy Eric.
That happened. They're like exchanging. They're spouting lore about how just all of this. Shuyang is supposedly dead. Before he died, though, he like did the whole Baisha Temple massacre, and he threw poison into Songlan's eyes, and then nobody's heard from either of those dudes in 11 years.
So obviously that means that we don't have to worry about him anymore.
We'll never hear from them again.
Nah.
So Wei Wuxian does corpse magic math on the dead bodies that are lying around, and he's like, these guys died 9 years ago. And okay. I need to get your take on this.
Always.
You have experienced two things.
Uh-huh.
You have experienced... You didn't witness it, but clearly somebody threw an arm into somebody's yard, right?
Okay, for a second I thought you were talking about perspective that I could give based off of things that I have experienced in real life that you haven't. And that really threw me for a loop for a solid 3 seconds until I caught on to what you were talking about.
We all know this about Fallon.
Like, we all know Fallon has seen
Fallon
a dismembered arm just whipped into somebody's yard.
It's true, it happened to my buddy Fallon.
You can say that from now on. Fuck it.
But no, okay,
Who's gonna call you out on it?
God. So put yourself in Wei Wuxian's shoes, I guess. You've experienced...
I am always doing this because I'm a freak.
That's true.
I'm putting my nose in his shoes.
Snoop?
Okay.
So, I hate this. So you've experienced somebody throwing an arm into somebody else's yard.
Sure.
You've also experienced some little boys getting taunted with dead cats.
Couldn't be me, but I'll try to empathize.
Would you look at these things and say there is anything that they share in common?
So let's go over it again. Dismembered arm.
Thrown into yard. Dead cats on little boy doorsteps.
So, here's the thing. Normally, no.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Wei Ying is that his brain is operating on a much higher vibration than anyone else's on this plane of existence. So, for Wei Ying, yes.
That's, you know what? You make a good point. The thing about
his vibrations are just off the charts.
The thing that we should be well aware of at this point is that Wei Ying is a genius.
Wei Ying genius status.
Wei Ying genius status.
Wei Ying genius moments.
Because he says there's obviously something very similar about the person who threw the zombie arm into the Mo family's yard and whoever's leaving these dead cats around. Those are obviously the very same modus operandi. It
must be this way because I said that it is.
Yeah. Order a Hunt a Killer subscription box, enter code PODRECESSES for 50% off, and this is what the criminal is doing in it.
Dude, what if we got sponsors on this fucking podcast?
If we got sponsors on this fucking podcast, I would quit my job.
What the hell?
Dude, if I could quit my job and just do podcasts, I absolutely would do it.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
That would be so good. If you're a sponsor, if you're a business and you want to sponsor us, reach out. I will be completely shameless for money. I don't give a shit anymore.
Dude. If Textile King... Remember when Textile King Sarah sponsored us on Dungeons and Lesbians?
Oh,
that was the
whipped
best
ass.
Experience of my life.
Oh, I want to be a professional podcaster.
I want to be a professional podcaster.
I don't want to do a real job. It
I
sucks.
hate doing real jobs.
I don't like
That's
it.
disgusting to me.
Foul.
I don't dream of labor.
Whatever.
You know, if you resonate with Jujutsu Kaisen Nanami, I resonate with you.
True.
I do not dream of labor, ass motherfucker.
Do not dream of labor. Did you see that post where it was like that fucking, I don't remember if it was a TikTok or like an Instagram story where somebody's like, oh shit, they're calling me into the office, and then the next one is, I got promoted. They made that into Nanami. It's good.
Oh no.
Oh, Nanami. So fucking.
Oh, that sweet, sweet, flat businessman ass.
You just poured the wine, and I thought you were going to talk about the wine being flat.
No, I'm talking about businessman ass.
That's
I want to see that shit.
No, I'm talking about businessman ass.
I want to see that shit hard as rocks in a pair of slacks. Like a marble taped to a ruler.
God! Calling this episode, no, I'm talking about businessman ass.
You can't let the world know.
I have to. God. Okay, we're almost at the end of this. So,
yes.
Whatever. I guess Wei Wuxian's like line of similarity for these two events is that people are getting lured or whatever. And then One More Red Nightmare by King Crimson starts playing. Everything turns red. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, the mist turns red, and where'd Wangy go? Wangy? Where'd Wangy go?
He disappeared.
But then...
Sorry, we're having, like, the craziest amount of thunder here right now. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it.
That was a really good moment for thunder to happen, though.
Yeah, like, you want to talk about, like, when people say thunderstorm.
Yeah.
It's that shit.
It's that shit.
It's that shit.
So, Wei Ying says, where Wangy? And then, guess who shows up?
It's Roya, except it's not. It's just Xiaoyang is Xiaoxingchen. He does a little
it's evil twisted Xiaoxingchen. Yeah,
it's twisted Xiaoxingchen.
Yeah, there's some heart gold soul silver ass music playing.
No, you're right.
Right? It sounds like the fucking Ho-Oh battle music.
Holy shit! Ho-Oh, my dude.
Right?
Do you remember what I named him? It was a Gurren thing, wasn't it?
Probably. Fuck,
no!
Did you name him Cytomander? Would that have fit?
Yes, it was Cytomander.
Hell yes.
It was totally Cytomander. That was my whole... I rolled with that bitch.
Fuck yes,
that was
dude.
my boy.
Let's go. Dude, the music in that game is so good.
Yes.
Anyway, so not Xiaoxingchen is here, and he has anime death cough disease. Because mummy dust got thrown on him while fighting all of the zombos that are going around.
Yes.
Which is what happens. Another zombie attacks, but Wei Wuxian necromancies himself a big sigil into the sky. And then that's the episode.
That's it for the episode, y'all.
That's it. So next time, we're going to be talking about episode 25, also known as season 3, episode 2, which is called Frostwork, which is a sick fucking title.
I like it. It's like craft work almost.
Yeah. Let's why don't we take a moment to go into Google Translate Essence Collection Town though?
Let's hit some essence.
So remember last time when I had the our Japanese translated quiz results from the Who's Your Friend quiz? I've got a few more. I've got 3 more this week. So once again, these are the results from the quiz on the official Japanese Modao site. The which character would be your friend quiz.
Oh god, these are so good.
They're so good. So, our first one is the result I got for when you get the little baby himself, little Mr. Liang, little Jin Ling. This is what it says when you're diagnosed best friends with him.
You're a petty bitch? Oh my god. Kinryo, who is selfish and hates to lose. You will be friends with similar people who will work hard with each other while colliding with each other. I mean...
Lan Wangji took this quiz.
I guess?
Look at Mimi. She's being fat again.
Dude, Liang Yi is so real.
It's really good.
It's real and it's good.
It's cute.
I want them to hold hands.
Yeah. I want them to go to prom together.
I want them to go to prom together.
Okay, so this next one's really fucking good. This one is the result you get when your government assigned best friend is sect leader himbo Lan Shichen.
Yes. Okay, good.
You take a cross section of this man's brain, and it's just the waveform.
It's half a skateboard.
It's a skateboard.
And nothing else. It's just a perfect lateral bisection of a skateboard.
It's just a bong shaped like a fat Buddha. It's a tie-dyed wall hanging.
Oh no.
It's a tribal tattoo.
Dude, I'm about to invoke the spirit of my uncle, who's like this reclusive millionaire retiree who has like a huge thing about Buddhas.
Oh my god.
And he used to have this yacht called the Smiling Buddha.
Oh my god.
And I don't know what he did with it now that he lives in Arizona. Because he moved to Arizona because California was too democratic.
I was about to say, reclusive millionaire, you gotta get in on that shit, but no, you don't.
He said, I'm tired of paying taxes that everybody else pays because I'm a millionaire. So I'm moving to Arizona where they won't do that to me, but they still do that to you.
It's laughable.
It's laughable to me.
Robert Baratheon voice, it's laughable.
It's a brain poisoning to me.
Anyway, let's find out what it's why you are diagnosed best friends with Lan Shichen.
Yeah. I saw who is good at understanding people's feelings. You will surely understand your feelings that there are not many words. Being together will make you a wonderful friend who will calm you down. And Roy says, famously worked for Daga.
Yeah.
A friend who will calm you down so long as you don't have another friend actively trying to sabotage your mental well-being.
Yeah. Famously.
But you know.
It would have been fine. But you know how it is.
It would have been fine, but
You know how
chaos
that shit
twinks
is.
are going to be chaos twinks.
That's
There's not much
true.
we can do about that, unfortunately.
That's why twinks must be obliterated.
Not entirely. Not from existence.
Not from existence.
But physically for at least 3 days so they don't wreak any havoc on the world?
Hornily.
Yes. Hornily.
Hornily obliterated.
Hornily.
Alright. So our last one, and this is a friend of ours who made a brief appearance in this episode. Let's see what it's like when we're best friends with Huaisang.
Are we vibing?
This one's good.
Morus Alba, who is good at the world. With you, who have similar personalities, you can always have fun and become friends to play with. Even when scolded, get along well together. Just making trouble in detention together.
Morris Alba, who is good at the world.
Imagine being good at the world could be me.
Huaisang do be good at the world. Huaisang's got it figured the fuck out. Just get you an army of himbos. Alright, so that's our Googie Translate. Let's answer some questions.
Let's do what kind of questions we got?
Well, as always, if you have questions about this series, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask, or you can send them via Twitter at cloudrecesspod, just the one recess. Let's go to Twitter first.
Always.
Our first question is from a friend of the show.
You know it is £4.20. Textile Kings, Sarah, Mick Costumes, and they ask, if you had been in that gaggle of juniors, how would it have gone?
Bad.
Now,
Bad.
I would be with a Jingy in that I would just be screaming a lot.
You do be screaming
I
a
would
lot.
try to be doing my best.
Oh, yeah.
I would try to do my best. But, my best a lot of the time, my best a lot of the time is very good, but when I'm under stress, it can be a little questionable. So,
See, here's my thing. We need to figure out a way for the cultivation world to have, like, a base of operations, because I would be not more than a hindrance on the field. You send me out into the woods, I step on a single twig, and I say, ew. You do not need me out doing activities. If
You're better more as a project supervisor than a field supervisor.
Yeah, if you need me doing anything on a night hunt, put me in a building with, like, a headset, and let me communicate with you from there. We need to figure out a headset talisman so I can communicate from the base of command.
I'm sorry,
It's really good.
Curiosity. Sarah replied to what?
Sarah had a thread about the episode, a live watch thread.
About the live watch thread, and they just included this picture of, like, it looks like Aliong and Jingy taking, like, I just called them Aliong on Impact and on Instinct. Impact. What the fuck? I killed on Impact. Jin Ling on Impact. They look like they're taking a dual selfie, like holding either end of the phone, and Lan Shui is just like
in the background.
Right in the background in the middle of them. And they just said, "We are going to beat you to death." In quotes.
That's good.
Thanks.
We are going to beat you to death.
We are going to beat you to death.
God.
All right, so that's that.
That's that. We have some questions over on Mr. Tumblr.
All right, so first one is from an anonymous friend. They ask, so, we've already gotten some slight changes to the plot. What's the one thing you want them to keep the most, both with or without the censorship laws?
As much Daga as possible.
As much Daga as possible.
With censorship laws, because that's
yes.
gonna be how it is.
As far as like the total necessitation of black and white, as far as censorship laws go, I would love to see them keep a little bit more of like moral gray moment, because I think that was probably it being directly addressed, it was the most intriguing, I think, part of the plot, and one of the most integral, in my onion.
I think just keeping as much moral grayness as possible all around, because that's such a huge part of it. It's one of the big themes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost blocked this anonymous user because I couldn't remember how to delete the message. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
I didn't actually block you.
No, you're good. Sorry, anonymous.
Sorry, anonymous.
Also, please leave in drunk Wangy weighing a chickie.
Please.
Wangy, give a chickie.
Literally, I need as much drunk Wangy as possible. They have 3 entire drunk Wangy chapters.
They are going so hard marketing drunk Wangy this season. They want us to know that he's coming.
Please give it to me at least twice. That's all I want. I want 2 drunk Wangy chapters. I want the overt fucking Lan Wangji saying he's gay without, like, saying he's gay. Because I feel like they could get away with a lot of the shit that Lan Wangji did.
They've been dude, they put in so many fucking, like, double entendres and, like, secret meanings and shit. I remember, like, not too long ago, this was maybe only a few days ago, there was, like, some thread on Twitter about how, the way that what was it? It was some shit about you remember the little opening they had with the, like, in Q? They had the little opening that they started every episode with that was like an ad for a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
And the way it's worded or something sounds like it's like a homophone for, like, it pleases you every day. And, like, if, like, right as he says that, Wangy's ears turn red.
Oh, every day.
Satisfies you every day, yeah.
Every day, you said?
Every day, they said.
Every day?
Every day.
They said every day?
Every day.
Did they know that that's a meme in the fandom? It's just the word every day.
I think they might know that every day is a meme.
Especially since they're, like, really big fans of the novel.
I'm a homosexual. So...
Whoa! Absolutely.
But yeah, it's good. Yeah, they slip in all kinds of shit like that. Like, rabbits are, by and large. Bunnies in general.
Given.
Let's go.
It's a foregone goddamn conclusion.
It's a foregade conclusion.
Are you hungry? Is that what this is? My little guy. He's right here next to me.
He's a little guy. I can't see him, but I see his tail.
That's my little guy.
He's a little dude.
That's my little boy.
I see Mimi stand up.
That's my dude. The little hands. All right. Next question comes from another anonymous friend. They ask, I don't know if it's just because I haven't seen them in a while, but do you think they look prettier this season? The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
It's offensive.
What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is happening?
I don't understand. Like, did they get, like, just 10... Oh, what would yuan be? What would a decent amount of yuan be? Like 100,000 yuan to just make them more beautiful. Did they feel threatened by the live action?
They must have.
Did they feel threatened by how everyone was beautiful in that series? And they just felt like they needed to, like, step it up to keep in competition? Like, I don't understand what's going on with the amount of money funneled into making all of these characters as upsettingly beautiful as possible.
It's disgusting.
I don't get it. I'm disgusted.
Disgusting.
I am saying it with my whole chest. Disgusted by how sexy Wei Ying is. What the fuck? By how sexy Jin Guangyao is. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
By how sexy Lan Wangji, Xiaoxing Chen, Shiyang.
We don't need to go there.
How many times have I mentioned fucking Shiyang in this chapter?
It's
in this episode, like,
it's foul.
I am mortified.
It's
every time I looked at this motherfucker in the first 3 episodes, I was like, oh, is he really that bad though? Like, oh, I'm ashamed of myself.
Listen. Sometimes you just look at somebody and all you can say is unga.
Why unga? A bunga. Me pangy.
Me fucking pangy.
pangy.
Me fucking
pangy, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Me pangy, though.
Me fucking
God.
pangy, though, dude.
God, me pangy.
All right.
Disgusting.
Moving on. Friend of the show, Nish at the trashiest of cans asks, I apologize if this has been asked before, and just apologies in general, but what if MDZS Venom AU, oh doggy, Stygian Tiger symbiote,
Ooh.
or perhaps Lan Wangji Getway Wuxian symbiote?
Ooh.
Thank you, and fantastic work as always. Thank you, Nish.
Thanks.
You're an angel. I'm horny for it, first of all. I know there have been some, like AUs that have been floating around for a while of, characterizations of Bichan and, Suibian and fucking the Stygian Tiger Seal, and they're sexy!
Dude, do you know which one makes me the horniest out of all of them? When they draw Basha as a big sexy lady.
Oh!
Have you seen that shit?
Yeah! Yes, God.
Not only am I bottom, I'm a fucking lesbian, so...
That shit is what MDZS needed, quite honestly.
Large.
I love it. Personally, I really... I'm sorry. Venom was so good because... Just specifically because it was so fucking horny.
It was real horny.
Gay! And it was so... I'm getting to the point. I should not have drank this much wine. I really apologize. This is not very professional, okay?
I'm so sorry.
I need to watch Venom again because that was one that we saw in theaters.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Did I see it with somebody else?
You must have, because I didn't see it. I don't see movies.
I could have swore I saw it in theaters with you.
I did not see it.
I remember seeing it in theaters because I just don't see movies any other way. For the past, 2 years, if I didn't see it in theaters, I'm not watching it. But that shit was... You should watch it. It was very fun. Tom Hardy is a blessing on this earth.
That's true. Tom Hardy handsome.
He is so wonderful. And he's a bisexual king.
It's true.
And I love him. And he's just he looks like he would be a total Chad asshole, but he's actually the sweetest guy on the planet. And he's this bookish gentleman. And he's wonderful. I don't care if he's got fucking cauliflower ears. I don't care. He's an angel. But I would love to see that personally.
It would be good.
I think that'd be really fun.
I really love the idea of Wei Ying gets symbiote. Please, Unga.
I feel unfortunately, it'd make more sense if Lan Wangji was the one to get symbiote Wei Wuxian.
That's true.
Because Wei Wuxian's a little more chaotic. And the symbiote, the alien species that they're derived from is definitely chaotic and just kind of parasitic in nature, just does whatever they can to survive.
What if Wei Wuxian get Stygian Taigi symbiote, and then Wangy get Wei Wuxian Stygian Taigi amulet symbiote?
What the fuck? I mean, I'm down, but
double symbiote. Oh, you want a symbiote? Now you get 2 of them.
Oh, 2 of them?
2 of them.
All right. I fuck with it.
2 of them. Those are our questions.
Are those our questions?
Those are our questions.
All right. I guess it's time to tell them about our Patreon.
It's time to fucking tell them, folks, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/podrecesses, where for $1 single American dollar per month, you can get the Disciple role in our Discord. You are a disciple. And when you're a disciple, you get access to all of our bonus content, including She's Gonna Get iPad, including #BlessUp, including Untamed commentary tracks, which we need to do.
We do. I'm sorry. It's... My work schedule has been fucking insane lately, and I just have not had the time.
And mine changed recently, so we're probably going to be changing the upload schedule of this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will get bonus shit.
You will get them, I promise. I'm sorry. We will get there.
We will get there. And there's more. If you want to throw $5 of treats into our mouths, you will become a sect leader. And when you're a sect leader, you will get all of the things that we just talked about. You'll also get a thank you shout out on the episodes, and you'll also get a little Comrade NMJ mini print. We love it. Dogga hype.
So much fun. You get a choice of a few different phrases, what he can say.
Several flavors of Dogga hype. And last but not least, for $10 a month, you are a chief cultivator of the show. And when you're a chief cultivator, you get all that shit we just talked about, and you get a Pod Racist Wall of 3,000 Takes poster. So with that, let's give a big ol' thank you to our patrons.
And as always, Fallon is taking the helm with this because I like to say names.
It's good.
Thank you to $5 sect leaders Lena, Audrey F, Elvier, name redacted, Essie, Rast, Tracy Ray B, and £6.90 sect leader Sarah.
Hello.
Thank you for supporting us. And thank you to $10 chief cultivators of the show, Scout, the OG, Colin, the OG, Caroline, the OG, Jay, Jenna, Rachel, W, Milk, and Kirsten S.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your support.
Thank you. Thank you also to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network.
Thank you to Matt Ribeiro for being our host.
Sect leader Matt Ribeiro.
Matt Ribeiro.
We can't be disrespectful to sect leader Matt.
I love him.
That's good.
Why I
That's
love
true.
him. He has a beautiful voice. He's a very distinctive person, and he is the backbone to this fucking institution.
It's true.
He is the backbone of this institution.
It's true.
At Nintendo GameCube, get with the times.
Thank you, Matt Noisepace GameCube. Head over to Noisepace.xyz and check out some good-ass fucking podcasts, such as The New Podcast, which is about the Legend of Zelda series.
The Nude Podcast?
The Nude Podcast. It is called Twink's Awakening. If
I took a sip of wine as soon as you said that, and I shouldn't have. Wow.
And you can follow Twink's Awakening on Twitter at Twinkie Wakey.
Twinkie Wakey!
All one word. That's the newest one.
Wow. I think, personally, that you should listen to it, even if you're not a Legend of Zelda fan, just for the title.
It's really good.
Sorry? Hello?
Hello! You can listen to other good podcasts, such as The Sonic Shuffle. You can listen to Diet Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks. You can listen to Pot of Greed. You can listen to Middlebrow Madness, whose most recent episode is called Randy Quaid Pride Flag. It's a good network. We support our fellow podcasts.
I will say, House of Snacks, hosted by Diet Coke and Lilith. Lilith is one of my, parasocial internet crushes. So, it's a junk food review podcast. It's very good. It's very good.
Hell.
I know she doesn't listen to this podcast, so that's why I'm comfortable admitting it.
Once again, my name is Roy. That's what they call me. I'm on Twitter at _Benui_. I'm also at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is where I supposedly post about Modao. Mostly what I post is X is a Y song. So, you can also check out my Creepypasta podcast, which is also hosted on Noisepace. It's called Not a Roy's Nightmare and Era. I just put out an episode that I had been sitting on for 3 weeks about Jeff the Killer fan films. Yeah.
All of them disappointing. All of them. But the commentary on it by my Roy, wonderful.
Me and friend of the us, Sarah, of Fear Baiting, which you can also listen to on Noisepace.
Sarah is always a joy.
Oh, I'm also going to be doing an episode about where we're going to be finishing Ted the Caver tomorrow.
Yo!
So, hey. Yeah, you can also check out my art and all of that good shit at royhub.card.co. I'm working on a vampire project. It's good and fun.
And I'm Fallon. You can find me on Twitter at America's Burden.
Twitter!
That's pretty much the only,
You made a fursona today.
I made a fursona today. It's a bear who sells wine. And it's just me in real life. That's on my Twitter. I'm locked right now. I'm private, but you can follow requests are okay.
It sounded vaguely like you said I'm pregnant, but instead of I'm private.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
I'm evil.
I'm evil.
Shay Young and ABO universe.
You ever been pregnant and evil at the same time?
Every day. When am I not pregnant and evil?
Pregnant with evil.
Anybody in this thread pregnant and evil?
Anybody in this thread pregnant with evil?
Pregnant with evil. You can find Pod Recesses, the us at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com. You can also find us on twitter.com/cloudrecesspod, just one recess. We're on podcast apps.
New one.
We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, whatever the fuck. We're on all of the things. Please subscribe. Please rate. Please read and leave comment. Please enjoy.
Please interact with us.
Please engage.
We crave it.
We love it.
Intergage!
We love it when it...
Please!
Hey, also, if you're at least 18 years of old, you can join our Discord. The link, as always, is in the description of this episode. And hey, Ray.
Yes.
Tell me what we say at the end of every episode, please.
Semper Bunny.
Just cocking your head like a raptor.
Just tilting, like, very suddenly just swinging it towards the mic. For the effect.
Yeah, for the effect.
For the culture.
Sempy Bunny.
Sempy Bunny!
Semper Bunny, you are all of my nephews now.
Devil has been solved.
Oh, we, oh, we, oh, we, oh, we.